Hey guys, I hope you're doing well and welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I just wanted to sit down and do kind of like a life update, like chit chat, just catching you up with what's been going on for the past few months, what I've been doing, where I've been like mentally. And before I start this, I by no means want this to come across as me like moaning or complaining about my life whatsoever, because trust me, I know everybody is going through it right now. 2020 has been a year for everyone, I'm well aware of that, and I try and keep some things to myself in regards to what I'm going through and stuff like that. And I just thought it might be helpful because it kind of explains a bit why I've been a lot more absent from this channel this year. And I kind of just feel like until I talk about these things, I'm making this sound very dramatic, that I kind of won't be able to go forward making content, because I don't know, like other content creators may relate to me, but when you have things going on in your life, and like sure thing, you don't need to share everything. I don't want to share everything about my life, but like when you have things going on that people don't know about and then you post like a normal video or post or whatever, like just, you know, pretending that things are okay, that can be good sometimes. But then when you do find it hard to film because of these things, people are like, where are you, when's the next, you know, upload coming, and you just got all these things going on and you're just, yeah. So I just wanted to, you know, catch you guys up as if you were a friend, because you are my friends, and I'm very grateful for all of you who watch my channel and support me. So I feel like I kind of owe it to you in a small way, not, you know, that I'm obliged to tell you everything about my life. And there are some things which, you know, I do keep private, surprise, you know, I don't post everything about my life online. I'm going through a very difficult situation regarding something right now, which has been ongoing for almost a year now, and it's like nothing relationship based or family based or anything like that. Like none of you guys are gonna have any idea what it is. I know it's very vague, like I haven't said anything about it ever because I didn't want anyone to ask, but this particular situation has broken me mentally, physically, like this. Yeah, it's just not a nice thing to deal with, and Stephen is doing his best to support me with it. So this thing is a big reason why I've been more absent from YouTube and stuff, just because it's been taking up a lot of our time, my mental capacity. And yeah, this thing is just not fun, and it's been kind of hellish, and 2020 has not made it any better, unfortunately. But so yeah, that is kind of like the big thing, the elephant in the room of my life right now, which obviously I cannot say, both for my own reasons and kind of legal reasons as well. So yeah, that thing I will never speak about what it is, but I just wanted to mention it because to me it's such a big reason as to why I haven't been able to post as much content. But I hope once it's finally over and done with, eventually, I hope by the end of this year, that I will be able to move forward and get back into making more content and stuff. So yeah, oh gosh, we are now in September. This year's both equally flown by and gone by very, very slowly. And Christmas is fast approaching. Not that I even want to think about Christmas, to be honest, because both stress about presents, family stuff, you know, I don't know. I'm just doing my best to live in each day and just take things day by day right now, because if I've learned anything, life can just throw things at you and really doesn't care anymore. Like, it's just like, here, have another thing, you know, it's not that big of a deal. I'm like, just can I catch a break, please? And like, yeah, I know I'm very lucky in some ways. I have a safe home, I have a loving partner, like, but you know, we all have our own personal things that we're dealing with, and just because, you know, someone is dealing with more things than you doesn't mean your problems are any less meaningful. But you know, I'm trying to be, what's the word, I'm trying to see, you know, that I'm still lucky in a lot of regards, as to how I've been affected by good old COVID, you know. But yeah, so I'm just trying to organise my brain. So yes, so last week me and Stephen, we went away to Wales for a few days to his parents' like caravan home that they own in Wales. was very, very nice. It was a much needed short break. We did actually go in July, but I got very ill, so unfortunately I wasn't able to do anything. Not with COVID, I just had a very bad stomach bug, which is very unfortunate timing. Yeah, and this was probably the last time that we were going to get to go this year, because Wales obviously gets very cold in the winter. But no, it was so nice. The weather was like perfect. It was just really, really nice. We went to the Botanical Gardens of Wales. We went to a cute outdoor wildlife park. It was just really nice. It was just really nice to get to spend time with Stephen in that way. Because, you know, even though we live together, like, he obviously works full time, which I'm so grateful for. So, you know, so we don't get to go and have days out like that much, to be honest. So I was really grateful for that, to have some time away from everything with him. Yeah, and then a week or so before that, yeah, as you probably know, we had to say goodbye to our beloved Cosmo, which I will try not to get teary-eyed about. But yes, Cosmo was one of the first rats I got, along with Artemis, and as you know, Artemis passed away in April, so it was quite hard to have to say goodbye to another rat in such a short space of time. And like, obviously I knew this time was going to come, but it came about very quickly. And Cosmo was almost 2, so he didn't have like a terrible lifespan for a rat, but he got ill very fast, and it was probably like either a hind leg degeneration or a pituitary tumour, which is very common in male rats, unfortunately. But yeah, he deteriorated very quickly, and we just got to a point where we couldn't watch him suffer anymore. So we just thought it was kind of to say goodbye. It got to the stage where I was having to hand feed him food, and he just wasn't even able to move barely and walk about. Like, and sure things, some rats respond to medication and stuff like that, but I just didn't want to have to suffer and it not work. And yeah, he was almost 2 anyway, so we felt like it was kind of to say goodbye. So we did that, and so that now means I'm in the stages of introducing Nimbus and Nyx together, because Nyx has finally been castrated. Like, oh my god, I know some people probably do not give a damn about my rats, but they're my very first pets I've had of my own, so they're very important to me. And I felt awful the fact Nyx has been on his own for so long, because stupid COVID meant, obviously, you know, he couldn't be castrated until now. So yeah, that's going, honestly, that has been the one thing that's made me, like, has really brightened my face, really put a smile on my face this week, along with Stephen, of course. But I was really worried about reintroducing them together, because obviously the reason why we got Nyx done was because he was very hormonally aggressive. Like, he was really bad, so that's why we made the decision to separate him, because he potentially unfortunately caused the death of Artemis. Not intentionally, but there was just a lot of problems, and we probably should have got it done a bit earlier. But obviously we were hoping he might calm down, because that happened with Nimbus and Cosmo. Some rats, you know, they go through like their teenage phase. Fortunately with Nyx, no, he didn't. So we were like, no, we need to get him done, and then everything happened, and poor guy had to be on his own. But we just didn't want to risk anything else with Nimbus and Cosmo. So yeah, they're happily getting on so well. Like, it's kind of spooky, to be honest. We've not really had a lot of big fights, touch wood. So yeah, the cage is quite empty right now, because we're in the stage of putting in the toy slowly. So hopefully by the end of the week they'll be back up to a full cage. I know that's very exciting for Nyx too, because he's had like not a lot of space for a long period of time, and I felt so bad, but we tried the best that we could, and he already seems so much happier. So I just hope they can live out the rest of their ratty lives together, because they're both, Nimbus is just over 1.5 years and Nyx is probably about 1.5 years. So yeah, hopefully they can be together for the remainder of their lives. I would like to look at least getting one other rat to introduce to them in the near future, possibly, because I would like at least 3, because I don't really want one to obviously be left on their own, and I don't think I'm quite done yet with having rats. I'm on a waiting list with a breeder to get 2 babies, but they probably won't be obviously available till next year, like early next year, so I might just like adopt another older rat. We shall see what happens with that. But yeah, I'm glad that's one thing that can be put to bed at last, because that was a big stressor for a while. So yeah, just gotta like yeah, I can't believe it's September now. It's kind of mad. It's kind of crazy. Time is really flying by. It's my dad's birthday on Sunday actually. He's old. Kind of scared that I'm not going to see them again this year. I got to see them last month, which I was very happy to. But unfortunately, because my family live in London, it means it's not really possible that often, especially with COVID. And I'd rather my parents stay safe, so I'm hoping by the time Christmas rolls around, I can at least go and see them for a couple of days. That would be really nice. Also, well, in an hour actually, in 45 minutes precisely, I'm getting a phone call from the eating disorder team that I'm with at the moment in my area, because surprise surprise, still on a freaking waiting list. I don't really talk about stuff to do with my ED that much online. Like sometimes I'll post stuff to like my close friends on Instagram and things like that, but yeah, it's things to do with my eating disorder have been very difficult this year, and I don't obviously, trigger warning if you don't want to hear about this, skip forward ahead a few minutes. But yeah, stuff to do with that has been very difficult this year, and I just really need support and therapy and like input again. But obviously freaking COVID Corona bitch loves to get in the way of stuff, meaning I am still on the waiting list because they just, you know, don't have the space. Or I mean just, you know, waiting list be waiting list. So yeah, she's just trying to keep catching up with me, making sure I'm kind of okay, which I'm trying to be. But yeah, I just really want to be able to move forward and stuff and keep getting better, but it's really hard, and like I just really need professional support again. I did try to get other kind of just general therapy, but obviously because I'm on a waiting list for somewhere else, they will not take me, and stuff to do with my eating disorder too. So yeah, that's been quite difficult. My mental health has not been the best thing obviously this year, and I'm sure a lot of people have experienced that too. Like even before COVID, like probably at the end of last year, it just suddenly took a big dip, and it's not been this bad in a while. So I sometimes feel hard to admit that online, to be honest, because for a while I was doing really good, but I don't know, these things happen. Mental health is a very up and down thing. You can't really predict when it's gonna go downhill, but you can only try your best with the tools you have to keep at least going at the level you are, which I've been trying to do, but obviously stuff has not made it easy this year at all. I'm very grateful for like the support from my family and friends and stuff, but oh my god, I've had some very difficult and dark moments, and I don't want to go into too much detail because I don't want this to be like some weird like stop story for the next quarter of an hour. But yeah, I just really need to get professional support, because I cannot do this without some professional input again. And like, as much as, you know, Stephen's a great support and everything, he's not a professional and he has his own things to deal with, and I don't wish to put it all on him. And unfortunately eating disorders and stuff are very hard to deal with unless you're trained in that, so yeah. So I'm doing my best to keep going with that. I've had a few people like comment on things and when I've uploaded outfit pictures, but please know that I am okay. I'm doing the best that I can, and hopefully soon I will get some extra support and stuff like that. That's all I can say with that. Like, you can't do a lot. I did nearly actually go into inpatient for a bit, which not something I wish to revisit after, you know, this will be my 6th year of being out of inpatient in November, and I really don't wish to revisit that. So that's something I'm desperately trying to stay out of. So yeah, kind of all of these things are kind of, you know, big factors to why I haven't really felt like making content as much, and also just making it in general has been a lot harder because I've not been able to go outside and do stuff. Like, everything's just been very overwhelming quite a lot of the time, so I've just had to take a step back and make sure that like my family and friends and everyone are okay first. And I have been quite creatively stumped. I've just not had a lot of ideas, because I do film by myself and on my own, and there are so many things like I want to make, but I just don't have the equipment, because I really want to make some like good quality ASMR content, but I don't even have like a freaking mic, and this is not me like being like I don't want anything. I just obviously, you know, we can't all afford to get loads of equipment for YouTube and stuff. Like I'm very happy to have my camera. It served me so well. I have the G7X I literally got 4 years ago, and it's still going strong. So I hope eventually soon I'll be able to get at least a mic to make some good ASMR content and just better quality content in general. One day eventually I might be able to stream, but yeah, stuff like there's a lot of stuff I would love to do, but obviously it's not within my reach right now. So I'm doing the best with what I do have, and if there are things or specific, sorry, my foot is going oh, my foot is numb and dead. If there are like specific videos you do want me to make, then please suggest, give me if there are any specific videos you would like to see from me in the future, feel free to comment them down below and I will do my very best. I'm trying to be a little more creative with my content, but yeah, it's been hard to have the motivation to even like sit down in front of the camera, and I kind of felt like I needed to make something like this first so I can hopefully move forward. So just so I feel less like pressured to always make stuff. Sometimes you just don't want to, and maybe it's been good that I've been making less YouTube stuff this year and been, you know, pressuring myself a little less to constantly pump out stuff, because I'm not a robot, unfortunately. I am just one person, so I have to make sure that I do put myself first, unfortunately. But I'm gonna do my best to try and make more stuff for you guys, because, you know, it makes me really happy when people comment that they enjoyed it, or, you know, made them smile. Like, even if I can make one person happy through things that I make, that's, you know, that's all I need, that's all I ask for, really. In terms of things like gaming and stuff like that, I'm playing a lot of 51 worldwide games with Steven. We are very addicted to Paul right now. Not that I'm sure anybody wishes to see that, but my god, we freaking love that game. Obviously Super Mario 3D All-Stars just came out. Steven is on Sunshine and I'll be replaying through Galaxy, as that is my favourite one. I've kind of stopped playing Animal Crossing. Not stop, I do like to check in. Who is that? I still check in with my island, just, you know, do the normal errands and tasks and stuff like that, and check in my shops. But yeah, I'm really excited for the fall update. I think that's gonna bring me back in, because fall and like winter are like, sorry, my foot is actually completely dead right now. Fall and winter are like my two favorite seasons in AC, so I'm hoping once they roll around I'll be like fully back into the swing of it, because I really want to get my island like done. I've had quite a few people visit my island in the Dream Suite, so thank you for that. But yeah, my island is not finished, and it will be finished one day, I hope. Apart from that, honestly, playing games has been quite difficult. Surprise surprise, I don't sit around and play video games all day. To some people's actual surprise, you know, I do still do stuff. Like, I don't, you know, just sit around on my bum all day for the hell of it, because I do actually have diagnosed chronic and mental health illnesses, which do make my life a lot harder than the average life. So I do my best to do as much as I can around the house and things like that, and my concentration is non-existent. Like, even now I'm having trouble like staying focused when talking to the camera, which is another thing why I'm finding it hard to make things, because my brain just cannot focus, and it is off with the fairies a lot of the time. Like, I'll be doing something and then I'll just like pick up my phone. I'm like, I don't even want to look on my phone. So yeah, I get really frustrated because I can't even like concentrate on a game. So that's fun, but yes. So yeah, hopefully the AC update will be coming soon, because I'm quite excited to have some fall stuff to play around with, because yeah, I really love Halloween so much. Halloween's probably like the best holiday season by far in the whole year. So yeah, I really hope you guys are all doing okay and you're staying safe. I know, as I said, it's a really difficult time for everybody right now, and as much as I appreciate all of your support and love, I'm here to support you too. And I have so many incredible friends that I've met online. I'm trying really hard to like reach out to people more and just to make sure that they're like okay, because that's something I'm also very bad with. But I know we've all had our own things to deal with this year, so you know, that's totally okay. As I said, if there's anything you do want me to film, feel free to drop a comment down below, and hopefully I can get back into the swing of making more videos again, as it really does bring me a lot of joy. I really do love doing that, I really do, but obviously, you know, life be get in the way sometimes, or specifically corona, but you know, just gotta do the best that we can and keep on going. I'm trying to just like take things day by day and focusing on like the small things that is making me happy, like my ratties right now. So yeah, I appreciate all your guys' love and support always. It means the world to me. And yeah, hopefully I will see you all very soon. Bye!